think everything is set up and ready to go. Well, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. So let's go ahead and set the scene. There we go. And go ahead and move things over. Get the chat set up for myself. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Last night, music's a bit loud for me, but it should be good for you guys. Last night, did the city. I was actually a bit tired at the end, but it's okay. Got the city and these mountains, which came out pretty nicely. There's asteroid rings around it as well, which are nice. And what else did I do? I think I did this in the morning yesterday. Yeah, I think so. So for today, you know, I might want to just start with texturing these landing zones just to get them out of the way. Yeah, perhaps I'll do that. So let's go ahead and make this a very obvious color, and make this, I'll save this color, make this an obvious color as well. All right. Now we shall, what was the pattern here? Red in the sort of the clear No. Red is the mess, blue is the somewhat cleaned places. So blue, I'm actually thinking be like this. And we want blue to sort of hug the edges as well. Sort of. Not perfectly, but fair bit. Let's get this one here. There we go. Okay, these going along here. Let's just do this corner as well. Get some clean marks around here. Because the blue are the areas where it'll be a slightly nicer tile. And the red is where it's really scuffed up. So, you can have them side by side. And then the default will just kind of be in between. Alright, here we go. Let's keep going around like this. There we go. And we'll want to do this for all 4 of the landing zones. And if there ends up being a 5th landing zone, we'll do it there too. Let's keep going like this. There. There we go. That seems like a pretty good pattern. Or pretty good spread. Let's do it for this one next. Remember that we want blue around the outside, because it's the closest one to match the yellow tiles, or whatever they're called. Let's keep going like this. So cut it in like that. And let's go You know, earlier today, I was thinking about, well, not that long ago actually, just a few minutes ago, I was thinking about how The Phantom Menace was a very different time for Star Wars. You know, actually, I should make this not perfectly 10. Because there wasn't a clear-cut war going on. So you had a lot of stuff with, like, you had basically unclear thematic story to tell. Which resulted in a lot of stories that were, like, focused on the Gungans and the Naboo. Just kind of very down to earth, because it's like, if the original Star Wars was all about Tatooine, rather than the Death Star and, Yavin and stuff like that, then you just have, like, all these stories set on, Tatooine. Which is kind of what, Phantom Menace got, although Phantom Menace did have Tatooine. But, like, it had so much focus on Naboo, that there ended up being, like, a whole bunch of, like, the Starfighter series and, other things. Although I guess, you know what? Yeah, the Gungan Frontier, Tatooine also got a fair bit of focus as well. Because, there was, the pod racing games, which took place all over the galaxy. Which I really like. That I never played them, but I like that they exist. Because it was like, so like an appreciation for the Phantom Menace, I guess. I appreciate that, like, it created all these relatively at-peace time period books where, like, the books were not, and games were not, didn't have a war to make everything about. So they instead were focused on, like, just kind of people doing their own thing. Which I guess is kind of like what The Mandalorian is. Kind of. At least initially. And so you just kind of had to do your own world building rather than just, here's a battle and this is the planet it's taking place on, like the Clone Wars stuff was. Just kind of a neat way of, like, forcing the world building to be different. And I'm glad it happened. I think Star Wars is better for it. Anyway, that's my little spiel on Phantom Menace appreciation. Anyway, I wonder how good the pod racing game is. I should try it sometime. I wonder if you can. I don't have a Nintendo 64 anymore. Well, I probably do, but I haven't set it up in ages. And I'm not about to try to play something on a Nintendo 64 anymore. But I wonder how it does in emulation. Is emulation, like, legal? I actually have no idea. Well, at this point, playing the original is just too impractical most of the time. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get this one's reds. Cleaned up here and there. Go ahead and get all these out of the way. I wonder how much people did backlash to the Phantom Menace versus the prequels in general by the time of Attack of the Clones. I know people weren't thrilled about Jar Jar, but if it was just a single movie, it's hard to say. I guess people didn't like the Senate scenes, which I didn't really mind them. I think on some level I would have liked more of them. But I also like Final Fantasy XII story, so, well, that I've gone through so far. The gameplay is kind of holding me back from finishing the game. It's kind of rough. And people have compared the two. But I like it. I don't know. Then again, I also think Cloak of Deception is one of the best Star Wars books I've ever read. And that one is just like completely political. By James Luceno. Oh, autosave. I was just about to begin the third one. After this, we can begin. There we go. Putting. Oh, this track ended. Put on the next one. We can begin decorating these spaces here. Because, you know, if there's one thing this map doesn't have, it's enough props. Alright. Let's keep going here. If I do a TR specific version of this, I think I have an idea of some things I'd like to add to it. That would be fun. Which I might. If I do a desert specific variant. Alright. Whoa. Go ahead and draw some more scratches here and there. And again, maybe I should just do a proper desert map. Or do two versions of this after all. I did say I'd do that originally, then I went back on it. Now I'm thinking maybe I should after all. Excuse me. I don't do that one. No. Let's go ahead and set this to the yellow. Nope, not that. This is the white. This one's the yellow. Don't want to change this. I want to change this. Alright. And save. And that's that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it only took 12 minutes. It's rather productive. Okay. Alright, next, we're gonna basically do what we've been doing up here. Crying out loud. There we go. But up here. Let's do... There we go. And we just want nice little grass sticking around here and there. What the? The music is just quiet. That's weird. The music's still playing, but there's nothing coming out. Let's try refreshing that. Oh, it was completely on my end. That's weird. Huh. Sorry, I'll skip back to where we were, I think. There we go. Sorry about that. here. Like this. There we go. I think I'd like to play Gungan Frontier sometime, just to see what it's like, but I've heard it's extremely hard to actually set up on your computer and very annoying. But, which is kind of too bad, but... Apparently Dirge wipes out all the Gungans from that game, which is kind of, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. It feels like it's just a spiteful way of being like, we killed off the cute characters, now we're so badass. I don't know. It feels kind of shitty. Like it's just trying to be edgy. People tell me it's well written, but I don't know. It seems a bit too edgy for me. I do want to try the pod racing game. Well, maybe not play it, but I'd love if someone made a remastered version of it. Like if there was a fan edit. Getting to see someone do a remaster of those worlds would be very nice. Maybe unnecessary to put grass back there. So just do here instead. I do it just for the heck of it regardless, but with grass you never know. It can potentially cause lag, so it's kind of a good reason not to, potentially. Or just to have less grass present isn't a bad thing. To make a decision, I suppose. There we go. Go ahead and cut this, turn this way this time. I thought it might look good with a little bit of absence here, but I think maybe it does need it after all. It does cause some redundancy here. There we go. Try sliding my monitors over. I feel like I'm sitting weird. Oh. Okay. Let's try this now. I feel like I'm turning my back. Oh. Okay. Yes, this feels a bit more natural. This like that, yeah. And we're just going to do this all the way around. Then we'll put the trees, and after the trees, we'll put the flowers. And after the flowers, we'll put the mushrooms. The tall ones. Oh, excuse me. I might leave this a clearing. Maybe. Final Fantasy XIV's FanFest started today, and the announcements are already very exciting. I'll try not to spoil anything, but I was pretty excited from what little I actually did watch, which wasn't very much, actually. Ooh, still under 5,000 objects. Well, I'm definitely going to go over, but what can you do? Like clothing and some furniture are going to be able to get 2 dyes, not just one, which will be nice because then you can like mix and match. Because there's been a lot of clothing where it's like, oh, this dyes in one part really well, but it also kind of looks like crap in another part. So I am looking forward to that. But then again, glamour, as it's called, has always been my true end game. Housing as well. I need to get back into Final Fantasy XIV housing. Maybe I'll stream doing that, but we'll see. I'm good at, perhaps unsurprisingly, I am good at Final Fantasy housing in terms of making layouts, like making a very relatively small space seem much larger than it is, with clever use of walls and whatnot. But I don't really have an aptitude for like knowing where to put like housing decorations, which is perhaps a reflection of the fact that I don't really decorate my own room. Like I have all this stuff and I'm just like, put in the closet, I'm not using it. So let's see how this one looks actually. Does that clip through the house? Just a tiny bit. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, that'll be okay. There we go. Alright, you know, I'm gonna grab all these and set, I'll make sure they're at the right height. Okay, it was -20. And go ahead and save that, so we don't lose it. Some more in. Pretty much just continue what we've been doing, as you do. The grass here has an interesting, not quite square shape, which is both good and bad for working with. It does keep it from feeling too uniform when you rotate it. It can also leave small patches unfilled, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it can actually look more natural having gaps. But it can also be a little frustrating. Let's rotate this one actually. There we go. I'm starting to think it might make more sense to start from the edge and work my way in. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Surehaps. Bootstraps. I am just having a stream of consciousness and it's coming out as a drizzle. Anyway. Go ahead and try this. looking too uniform, I hope. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. Alright, now I guess I'll just fill in from here before I move on south of this, or west of this mountain. Oh, you can see the base game asteroid fields visible from space. Just a series of dots. How do you like that? Alright. So rotate these. Oh, and go ahead and save. And I'll get something else set up. Some music. The guest singer Marsh. So why not at this point? Alright. Now then. Let's take this. I think today, assuming my voice doesn't give out, I will maybe just do this whole upper section. It is quite a bit, but I mean, I definitely could do it today. Alright. Let's go like this. I did have a little bit of a cough today, so maybe when we reach the half-hour mark, I'll put on a longer track. Maybe after this song, I'll put on the longer track, save, and then go do some stretching and grab some water. Try not to be too long. There we go. All right. It does go over the edge a bit, but I think that's fine. Suppose putting some back here wouldn't hurt. Well, it looks a little awkward, but whatever. Oh, I just remembered something I did want to do though, which is adjust the height of some of these. I'll have to remember to do that. Alright, let's get these here. And these are very uneven, which would normally be bad, but I am going to dip them by 20, which is quite significant. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Wonderful. I think that will help quite a bit. Bum, 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 bum. All right. There we go. That looks weirdly pretty. Like there's something very soothing about that. I should probably change the lighting in this map, but I haven't. I'm kind of forcing myself not to touch nature settings too much yet. Since that's very much something that can be done last. Autosave. You cursed me again. Okay. Come on. There we go. Ah. Did not want to touch you. Why? Oh my gosh, why did that get stuck in my mouse? That was weird. Maybe because it came out of autosave with it. I don't know. I do not like autosave. I do not. I do not. Alright. We'll go ahead and do this. There we go. I think this is the part of Zenger Marsh's theme I like most. Rotate this. Once all this grass is set up, we can put the trees, or the trees, the red trees, then the flowers, then the mushrooms. And then we pray that it doesn't lag. Rotate this around. All right. Click this, -20, and let's save that. There we go. I know that's not all the grass, but it is a fair bit of it. I think it's just the north now. And these platforms here, but you know, I think I'll try putting some buildings on them to eat up space. Seems like a good idea. Go. Was you paying attention? This theme is indeed the same as that was just playing in Encourage. I think I've told that story before. Apparently they're just free release music that different writers have remixed differently. Let's go like this. Get one in the middle here. There we go. Ah, you gotta get this area now too. Alright. Let's go ahead and rotate. And rotate. And another. How far do we have to go? Oh, further than I thought. That's unfortunate. But such is art. All right. Go with another. Turn this one to take up that gap better. There we go. And we'll put one back here, since this is in the playing area. I believe, oh crap. Let's fix that. There we go. I believe, right, like this, exactly. There we go. Try to get one that'll occupy these gaps, perfect. Alright, and that's the end of that song. So I am going to take a quick break in a second here. Try to walk around, maybe do jumping jacks or something, I don't know. and most importantly, get some water. But you know, I guess I can do like a line to here, I suppose, just to be a little more productive. Get this little backspace over here, and fill this in here and here. Now let's go ahead and save that, and we'll have to do this section here. I will return shortly. Thank you for watching so far. I'll try not to be too long, less than 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Hello, everyone. Or, Lord Noob Skills. As to favorite planet for FOTR, Ifigan is a strong contender for that one. I'm trying to remember what that one is. For TR, hard to say. I miss Yavin 4 and want to do a remix of it. The other, I don't know the name. Do you mean like as maps or... Oh, excuse me, I'm popping my back. As maps or as planets in lore, or just how they look in lore? Yavin map's a bit older if I remember correctly. Map wise, you know what, let me look up. Is this the 0.3 Ifigan? Oh, come on. There we go. Ifigan. Ifigan using the Generis map? The one that's like really easy to defend? Or it used to be. It actually had to undergo a few changes to make it less defensive heavy. Planet-wise Hoth. So much nostalgia for me. Interesting. I don't know if I was ever super attached to Hoth as a planet. I'm fairly certain it's the Generis map. Well, it is in 0.3, or at this very moment anyway. You start in the bottom left, there's 3 paths, and then they lead to a base that used to be overly defended. That one had to go through a few different changes. New Republic used to be able to just hold the Pentastar alignment at bay forever. There. Not sure what it's called. I think it's, well, on the spreadsheet right now, it says it's using the Generis map. Ooh. But that could have been updated between after FOTR went live, or you could be thinking of something it was before. Kind of. There were 2 land paths out of the LZ, 1 airspeeder only to the right. Militia spawns. Here's LZ was heading to the top of another plot. No, this is definitely not Ifigan. At least not on the spreadsheet. Huh. I can check the swap log. Doesn't mean someone actually entered what they swapped it with, but... Ifigan. Oh no. It's not listed. Ifigan is a different one. Okay. That would explain it. I'll go ahead and tolerate these gaps here. I meant the one whose name eludes me. Yeah, of course, that one. Right. That one. Of course. That one, matey. I'm doing a pirate voice for some reason now. Alright. As to Hoth, I fell in love with snow speeders. Okay. debating whether or not it's worth filling these out. Okay, yeah, I guess you do kind of look at those corners. Ugh. Let's put another up. Let's put it over here. Let's set it to -50. Oh, that is actually quite a bit more than I expected. Looks okay though. All right. There we go. Do I want another one back here? I kind of do. I think I was always into the AT-ATs as a kid. AT-ATs. Limited fire arcs always kind of bother me. What was your impression from video games or from the movies? AT-STs were super cool though. That's true. Movies, huh? This is better. Let me save. Alright. Maybe I need something more upbeat. I'll just let that play while I find something. Need an AT-AT with a double barrel top turret. Shotgun AT-AT. Or ATTE. Alright. There we go. Alright. That covers the edge. Let's rotate this here. Autosave, just in time to be annoying. Excuse me. Come on. Alright. There we go. Suppose I need one here. There we go. So rotate this here. I want the tall pillars separated or pointing inwards because I don't want them cut off by the skybox, because that's actually a bit noticeable. This is a little awkward here. Betcher, mushroom. Exactly. You get it. Didn't know if anyone would catch that, but that's what I was referencing. I need one here, I think. There we go. Snake, oh, it's a snake, snake. Oh, did I just do something? Okay. Go ahead and click off these. Yeah, okay. Save. $5,080 objects. Lovely. And I still have a bunch of flowers and mushrooms to put down. And trees. Actually, did I finish the grass? I should finish the grass if I haven't. I did not. I did not. I did not. That little stone pillar is the perfect place to put a random gnome sunbathing in a bright lawn chair. Okay. I mean, sure. Not what I was thinking of, but... Nee likes to think that this planet, whatever it is, and I still don't have a decision for that, is somewhere with a lot of sacred sites. Which is kind of a nice concept. It's not perfect, but it perhaps could be Macam tea. Silly little Easter eggs can be fun. Yeah, I don't think we have a gnome prop, however. I'm afraid. Especially since I'm using the base game editor for the majority of this. Because I want this to be something I can free release. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. Oh, that was the end of that. Let's put this on. Would have been very surprised if you had such an oddly specific, incredibly out of place prop just ready at hand. Alright, let's put some trees up. Trees probably cause lag, probably, but oh well. I swear every time I work with a base game map, though, I find myself angry because of how the textures don't always cooperate one-to-one. Especially the grass. It's mostly the grass props, actually. Textures are only an issue in a couple places. And they're usually things that, like, were unforeseen. But I guess that's the case with the grass props, too. put this here. Cool little April Fool's gag might be to swap every planet's map for a skirmish on Thanos with absolutely no warning. Oh gosh. The Thanos meme. You know, people still get mad at us thinking that we added Thanos to reference Marvel or whatever, not realizing that Thanos was like a Greek thing, and that that's probably what the planet was named after, and that it was in lore long before the Marvel movie cinematic universe. It would have been interesting to see what direction movies went if there was no Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just sort of facepalmed. I think my tea's probably cooled down. We'll try to take a sip here. Ah, that's good. Throat was killing me. This is outside the boundaries anyway. Alright, I can take it a little easy. Alright. Let's keep up the good work here. Let's have one tree sticking out and one in the back here. And rotate it so that we can hide one inside this building. He's really out here being a major expert of buildings. Dimbu got that capsule corp going on. Look, if with the base game props, you work with what you got. If I can make a city out of one prop, I'll do it. But I can do better here. Hang on a second. Let's try this one. Minus 20. Oh, well. Let's keep that one, actually. Try this one. Oh, come on, I'll save. Keelhaul. Trees. My CPU in flames. I am not responsible. If it's less than 6,000 props, it's not my fault. Can I raise this? Would this actually look good? Ooh. Is that even noticeable? Alright. It is hovering there, but... Okay, I'll leave that flat for now. Maybe minus 10 for these. And these. This one. I want there to be some variance in height. Is it possible to make the roof texture invisible? No. This prop is exactly as it is. There's nothing I can do to change it. Alright. Oh wait, this one actually does block the view of that. Ugh. This I can dip though. Doesn't need to be super tall, especially not back here. Is it possible to import custom props? It is, but that would be using the TR editor, and I'm using the base game editor for this map in particular so that it can be free released. Normally I would not be doing this. This is just sort of an exception. There we go. That one works alright as a dipped one. Just want these to be all different heights, or to seem like it. Let's make this one lower. Let's do -20 actually. There we go. One second, let me check something quick. Okay. Should be good. There we go. I just want to make sure that song wasn't going to be copyrighted. I don't think it will be. This one... Maybe I should dip it a lot, actually. Ooh. Interesting. What about this? Should this dip too? Huh. Hey, that's interesting. Gives sort of an illusion of height variance here. I think that's good. One of these I can dip a lot. Maybe this one. Where do I grab the TR map editor again? First you have to get the editor. And you basically just put it in a folder relating to the mod itself. It's been a while since I set it up actually, so I don't remember perfectly. Hey Tom, I can't give you a good answer right now, I'm afraid. I know Victory's done it recently. If you're desperate, you could ask Victory. Yeah, I guess you could bug Rhino too. He's friendly. No, he's British. They're very mean. How are you today, Tom? So you look good. Yeah, I put it all in yesterday. Did a test on it and realized that I didn't like it, but I didn't like it specifically because everything looked uniform. So I've been like, well, that's already lowered. I've been messing with their heights today. No, I need this one to be tall. Crap. Guess this is okay. You're doing good today? That's good. You're great, actually. Can I lower this, and by how much before it looks bad? Oh, I do need that, actually. 20. That's still a dip. Lightning strikes, thunder rolls. Lightning will strike, thunder will. Okay. Ooh. Let's try 20 for this. This area's going to be looked at a lot less, so I don't need to worry about it as much. Okay, so maybe not that much. Oh, that's... okay. Nice. Okay. I really probably should set up a guide for how to do that, but I keep forgetting how to do it myself because like it's like I set it and forget it. Auto save. Alright. Wait, who are you on the Discord though? Like a pinned comment you have in the sub-mod discussion, the guide I'm following right now? Oh. Wow. Almost okay. Lightning strikes, thunder rolls. This is probably enough diversity. Oops, it was Kiwi. Oh, that pinned it? Oh, I was gonna say. Kiwi is apparently still around, but they haven't really interacted with people lately. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, people do step away periodically. Going crazy. I find Rayon's new Pikachu PFP on the server to be alarming. I did that last night. Rayon asked me if I was a clone of Keel Hall. So then I changed it to Pikachu and called myself Rayon. I was like, no, I'm not a clone of that. He hasn't replied. He's pretending to be too cool. Lightning will strike, thunder will roll. Lightning will strike, thunder shall roll. They're fighting the urge to re-download and mod Fallout 4 because the Starfield's because Starfield is out in a month. All right. Go ahead and keep rotating these trees around. Random angles. Let's go ahead and save. Set up the next theme. Not familiar with. What is Starfield again? Oh boy, Control C, Control V on a 12 gig mod. I'm gonna make some tea and wait for the next Ice Age. Yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Bethesda's news game. I am not much of a Bethesda gamer, I guess. It's one of those things like it's really popular, but it's outside my sphere. Sci-fi Fallout. I refuse to touch anything that Stadia puts out until they formally apologize for Fallout 76 and announce their immediate and total dissolution. Alright. Fallout 76 wasn't that bad, was it? I thought it was just they had a bad launch. Only time I've ever felt strongly about that topic. Not holding my breath, mind you, it'll never happen. Lightning will strike under. I wonder if I should play Warcraft 3 on this channel, since it's like the same engine, or relatively. It's not. It's a similar engine, and I'm fairly certain Warcraft 3's campaign inspired a lot of the FOC shenanigans. Surprised no one has made a multi-hour video about ZeniMax Bethesda parent company, which is one of the worst companies ever. Ooh. Honestly, I don't think it could do any worse than, what is it? That Star Wars Hunters company? Like, a lot of our game industry problems today you can blame on their success. Zynga. Like, Zynga's, like, straight up not even, like, a game corporation that became greedy. They are a bunch of greedy accountants and lawyers that were like, hey, I think we cracked the code for this gaming thing. And then they succeeded with it, and then that just was a horrible influence on the industry. They did not create a single... well, they might have since then, but originally they didn't make a single original game. They started out with Facebook games, and they just stole other people's ideas. Very blatantly, too, and they just marketed better. Like, nothing they did was original. And that was just their success. Farmville from Farmtown, Mafia Wars from Mob Wars. Like, everything they did was just straight lifted from another game. But they were greedier about it. And really mastered the monetization and stuff. And so you can blame mobile game situation partly on Zynga. So I say this without any hint of irony that I do hope Star Wars Hunters fails. And that they lose money on it. But it also does not surprise me that Disney would team up with them, of course. Yeah. ZeniMax is the reason for Fall 366 Elder Scrolls Online's at the lack of QA at Bethesda and the lack of modernization in the game engines. Ugh. What's it called? Elder Scrolls Online is like an almost fun game with a lot of cool features, but it's also got like the worst store in an MMO ever. And like if you look like it for an advertisement for MMOs like on websites and stuff, you'll be like, Worldcraft will be like, go on a new adventure with dragons and undead, blah blah blah. Final Fantasy 14 will be like, dress up your cat girl. Star Wars Online will be like, choose the dark side or the light. But meanwhile, I've literally seen Elder Scrolls Online commercials that are, hurry up and buy the new expansion because the new deer mount is going away. Buy it now, buy it now. And it's like, wow, you guys aren't even trying. Like, that's just Elder Scrolls Online's marketing. Like, the others at least try to get you into, like, hey, do gameplay, do raiding, do dress up, do fun stuff. But it's like, no, buy things before they go away. Hurry up. You don't want to miss out on our flash sales and whatnot. It's just so gross. It's just like blatantly there to like hook people with addictive personalities. I think I still do. Pisses you off on a personal level? Oh, why's that? I should save. Should get more tea. Good night, Lord. Mm-hmm. Your first map. If you want advice on doing a pretty simple layout, I can give you some. Oh my gosh, my dogs are going ballistic. It's not my problem, though. Let me punish myself by saving again, and I'll make a new map quick. No, you got an idea? Okay. Why is Elder Scrolls Online your #1 in all categories, though? Oh, come on, stop it. A new map? Ah, there's always new maps. I mean, let me show you something here. See this? Okay, you can ignore a lot of these, because some of them are like the cloud being dumb and backing things up multiple times. But all of these are potential new maps. Or like concepts that haven't worked out. Around the edges, left and right. That's to the bridge from right. I'd have to see it. You don't like Elder Scrolls in general? Well, don't let Rayon hear you say that. Attacker starts top, defender starts bottom. Center is water with maybe swampy shores. Strike, thunder rolls. I would recommend keeping it in a relatively simple state, then getting someone to test it, because almost always maps need adjustment before they're ready. And make sure you get someone else to test it. Gonna have to wait for tomorrow. 3 days without sleep means no brain, no work. Oh goodness. Go sleep. But thank you for coming by. Also, hello, Dragon. No, there's not a new map. We were just talking about something else. Well, I mean, there's tons of maps, but every inch of Morrowind is burned in my skull in Skyrim for all its fault is fun to play. Good night. Let me put down one more tree and then save. Tree cluster, rather. Then I will save and pick a new song. Come on. Pick a new song. Oh, no, this is the same map. I've just added a city. Let's see. Never heard of this song before. Yeah, the city is new. I added it last night. But it's the same map. Set up some new, maybe like this. That didn't work either. think I'm gonna try a different song. There we go. I just hate ESO is the only piece of new Elder Scrolls stuff in the last 10 years. Oof. 10 years of greed, 10 years of bland nothing, 10 years of pillaging. My favorite franchise sell loot boxes. Yeah, ESO is kind of bad about the loot boxes, especially. Oh, wow. New Final Fantasy 14 stuff got announced today, though, with the Fan Fest, and it looks pretty fun. Exciting, I should say. Ah, that'll do. Okay. Like, you're gonna be able to dye your clothing 2 different colors now, instead of just one, which will be pretty nice because the dyeing system is actually pretty good otherwise. It's cool beyond Skyrim's Citadel, but yeah, in the next 3-ish years. Hopefully it's good. I think it's time to get into Final Fantasy 14. Yes! Do it on Crystal. Yeah, Crystal. Make peace with the anime gods. Or actually, I guess it doesn't matter what server you go to. Crystal is heavily populated. Dynamis is the new server, and it's currently got the growing pains of being a new server going on, but you get like free gil if you start there and get to level 30, which is nice. The growing pains will hurt queue times and stuff. But the 1 million gil you start with will definitely help pay for your teleportation costs. Yeah, I'm not sure what the ideal server is. There's also Aether and Primal, but those seem to be a bit more raid focused. So, whether or not they're worth it is up to you. They don't have as much chill, I will say that. Make peace with the anime gods. Do it. Come on. Autosave. You're killing me. Autosave. Anyway, how are you doing, Dragon? If you're still here. I got a little distracted. I meant to ask. Doing fine, that's good. I got tea, so my dry throat is not as dry. I should probably drink the tea, though. That would probably actually work. I will say, I was expecting Final Fantasy XIV to be much more anime than it actually is, but it honestly reminded me the most of Twilight Princess more than anything else, and I think it's because it and Twilight Princess are both based heavily on like Studio Ghibli style anime more than like anything modern. So just thinking of game music. I like this song. Yeah, I mean, like, I was just like, this is just straight up Twilight Princess. That's how I saw it when I played it. But I started in Lenosia, Alimsa Lominsa, which is like England slash Italy, but inhabited by Norwegians. Because Eorzea is vaguely Europe. Vaguely. Oh, I will say, if you make a new character, don't make a Black Mage. You're going to look at the different armor types and think, oh, Black Mage looks most badass, but don't do it. Black Mage is extremely unfriendly to new players, and the armor that they are wearing in those starting images absolutely does not matter ever. At all. Nobody uses them. You'll get better looking armors everywhere as you progress through the game. And yeah, Black Mage kind of sucks for new players. Heck, it sucks for like veteran players. You have to like really dedicate yourself to actually do it, by which I don't mean learn the class. I mean you have to learn every boss perfectly before you can play Black Mage. It's kind of obnoxious. At least that's my hot take on it. You want a caster that's I guess Summoner's not too hard to learn, but it's a little boring at first. Let's see. Yeah, it is kind of boring at first. I like Red Mage, but you lock it at 50, but I like it a lot. Honestly, Bard's a pretty good choice. It's not. I don't like Bard as you get higher level, but I think Archer is probably the single easiest class to learn and feel good while playing in the beginning of the game, because it's got that like single button rotation thing going on that a lot of them do, except it also has a lot of built-in mobility that makes it more fun. So you can play a game of like running from the enemy, not just standing still. That's my opinion anyway. Alright, get this one. Really, you should try every class and see which one you like, but do not start as Black Mage. That's my main advice. Pick anything except Black Mage. Yeah. White Mage is a little hard to start as. Look, it's... Okay, so the way Black Mage works is, it's a bit like a typical caster, except that it's a lot of standing. And, but when you get to a certain place, and the rotation changes like every 10 levels, like, really dramatically. And what makes it hard is that you get like ley lines, which is an ability where you drop something for 30 seconds under you, and that makes you like cast much faster, which is like great, except that Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of moving, like more than most MMOs. So that means you need to know when you can actually stand still for 30 seconds, which means you have to already know how to fight a boss before you actually engage the boss. Also, as a healer, yeah, in the context of tactics, yeah, it's a lot of the same jobs. And as a healer, I can tell you that Black Mages are often kind of obnoxious to heal, because they're like, oh no, I'm not going to move out of the damage because I don't want to move. And it's like, thanks for giving me more to do, just because you're lazy. They also don't really bring any utility, which is frustrating. They are not team players. Blue Mages are a thing, but they are a weird thing. They are a job that is not allowed to do regular content. And instead of getting like a rotation in abilities, they learn abilities from enemies, and so they become like their own side mini game that is completely apart from everything else. But they end up also absurdly overpowered because of that. But they are not allowed to participate in like the regular content. So they really are more of a mini game than a job in a way. Let me save here quick. Oh, okay. There's some references to tactics in 14, but they are kind of far into the story before they actually happen. What was I gonna... Oh yeah, the flowers. Start with the big ones. True bunking nonsense and tactics advance was assassin job. I've never played tactics. I've been meaning to. I'm still trying to get through 12. I might try the tactics games after I get through 12, but 12 is painful. The gameplay's just not there for me. There's just too much emphasis on auto attacks. I like the story. I like the setting. Gameplay is rough. Guide us, almighty fury. Guide us to victory. Guide us, almighty fury. Guide us to victory. All right. Put one here as well. Let's put something here. There we go. Plant all the trees. Fast speed, high mobility, and insta-kill abilities are OP as hell. Who would have thought? Man, that's crazy. Guess I'll play this next. Nope, that's definitely copyrighted. Hopefully I caught that on time. This should be good though. Autosave got me. Oh, this is a popular song from Final Fantasy 14. But what I will say about 14 is that it starts slow. Unapologetically slow. You have to enjoy reading, and you have to treat it different than most MMOs as well. Because most MMOs would be like, welcome. As a part of our new clan, we need you to go kill 4 boars. And then you just slowly advance your way up to killing 20 armored boars. And 14's more like, welcome. Now that you're a random adventure, go do random adventure things. And then you get called into this group and they're like, oh, hey, we need you to punch 2 guys and then read 3 paragraphs. Then you're going to teleport somewhere else and punch 2 more guys, then read 3 paragraphs. And it's going to feel a lot like a lot of not doing action outside of the dungeons. And I think a lot of WoW players, especially who are used to like being told to go kill 12 things like right off the bat, can find that a little jarring. Having to do way more reading than actual fighting. And Channel Attacks advanced with a game that really allowed you to build broken nonsense with full enemy clans. I mean, that's fun in general. You do love a good read, so treat Final Fantasy XIV almost like a book that gets good as you go further and further into it. And if you want to know like what it's like when it's better, try the Rogue Quest line 1 through 30. Levels 1 through 30. Because I think that's a relatively decent indication of how it becomes as it goes on. My opinion. Favorite job? That's the Dragoon. That's a job in well, it goes all the way back to 4, but it's a job in Final Fantasy 14. Though I think its armor is based on the Final Fantasy 4 version with Kane, I think his name was. I think Kane was the Dragoon in 4. I'm not sure. Like Dragoons in other games. I've heard people say that Lancer is also a pretty good starting job. I did not like the Lancer 1 through 30 job quest line. It felt very unsatisfying in how it ended, but that's me. The one nice thing about 14 that I think is probably the best thing about it is that it does respect your time pretty well. There is Machinist. There is a gun class. The guns look kind of funky though. And Machinist is actually kind of a weird class because it's like, well, you can't get it until you're into Heavensward, which is actually pretty... it's a while into the game, so you won't get it anytime soon. But it's based on a combination of the Musketeer class, which was almost added to the game, and would have been a starting class for Limsa Lominsa, but was scrapped. It's basically based on a combination of that, and then at level 30, which is where it's you unlock it at level 30. If you do any scaling stuff that like puts you below 30, you'll basically get just gun abilities, which is kind of interesting. But at level 30 and beyond, you get just machine abilities. And those abilities are pretty much all based on, what's his name? Not Edgar? I think his name is Edgar from Final Fantasy VI. It's a weird looking gun. There's actually 3 different gun classes if you want to be picky about it. There's Gunbreaker, which is it's like a sword that's shaped like a gun that acts as an explosive device more than it is a gun. And that's a tank. You can get it 60. There's Machinist, which is a ranged DPS. And then there's the Gunblade from FF8 and 13, yeah. Ah, come on, don't do that. And then there's Sage, which is unlocked at 70, I believe. And it is like Magitech healing almost. We don't talk about 13. Alright, let's put some more flowers down. Let's see, I should pick a different song. Now I got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Gunbreaker is a complicated tank though, because it's almost... Some people argue that it shouldn't have been a tank, it should have been a DPS, because the rotation is kind of complicated, and tank rotations aren't meant to be complicated. If you do want to try tanking, I recommend starting with Warrior, because it starts as Marauder, then it becomes Warrior, because it's relatively straightforward, and it is also like the best self-healing job in the game. It's kind of absurd. There's a meme where like every job icon has like a symbol, and they're red for DPS, green for heals, and blue for tanks. There's a meme where it's the warrior icon, which is just an axe, but instead of being blue, it's green. Like it's a self-healing healer. And it's kind of a joke that warriors can do any solo content they want because of how strong they are. They have relatively low DPS, but they have a lot of health and they self-heal pretty effectively, so they are a very beginner-friendly healer. But most people who start tanks start as Dark Knight, and it's usually a disaster because they're bad at it. Like, whenever I get a Dark Knight to heal as a healer, I am always a little apprehensive because I'm like, oh god, are they even going to remember to use their abilities? The answer is no. They won't. They never remember. Oh, autosave. Okay. Let's scroll that up a little bit. There we go. I like to play Dark Knight or Gunbreaker because they're like the DPS-ish tanks when my friend is playing Warrior, because she will main tank and I can off tank. So like I'm basically playing DPS. I've never played Warrior in Vanilla WoW as a tank. There are some sort of similarities between... Oh, you have played Warrior in Vanilla WoW as a tank. Yeah. There are some similarities, but they're also pretty different. Paladin, Warlock, and Druid since BBC. If you want, I would not turn you away from starting as Marauder. Having a tank is a little tricky as a new player, but people are usually nice about it. As long as you get like a good healer and or a patient group. Although, the most important thing I can tell you is to remember to use... You can go from warrior to gunman. The thing I would tell you is to use cooldowns on trash pulls, because Final Fantasy XIV, it's kind of normal in dungeons to just pull everything from wall to wall, as it's called, and then fight it down with AoEs in dungeons, for better or worse. What makes me always hate Dark Knights is that they don't have as many defensive cooldowns at certain levels, and a lot of them tend to not use defensive cooldowns. But really, for whatever reason, I have way less trouble with Dark Knight tanks, or I have way less trouble with warrior tanks, because if you use the cooldowns like you use one cooldown, it ends, you use the next cooldown, it ends, and you just rotate them out like that, you're playing warrior correctly. That's it. That's the whole thing. You just rotate them out one at a time. If you get a warrior who is strong to begin with, doing that, I have to do relatively very little healing, and it's very nice. But Dark Knights don't get a lot of self-healing, and they also tend to forget their cooldowns, so it can be kind of painful to heal them. Of course, that is definitely my own perception bias, but I'm standing by it. I don't need that back there. I can put some trees back there, though. Trees won't hurt. There we go. Don't need flowers back there, though. I'm going to tank my entire life in MMOs. Healing and tanking is a bit different in Final Fantasy XIV than it is in a lot of the WoW clones. I will say that. I think some people expect things to play like WoW, and they really don't. Like, I would not try healing in WoW, but I do enjoy it quite a bit in Final Fantasy XIV. What was next? Mushrooms. Oh, I can turn on. Let me save. Here's like TF2 or Class I. You should give it a shot in Final Fantasy XIV because it is quite a bit different than most MMOs. You should try everything, but you can because you can do every job on one character, which is nice. So, and to some extent, you're going to want to see the stories anyway. So here's that. White Mage is a pretty basic healer to learn this. It's a pretty simple healer to learn the basics on. It's a good starting one, and if you can learn White Mage, you can basically learn Astrologian. At least the simplest. The basics of Astrologian will be very obvious if you can learn White Mage. Scholar and Sage will be a bit more complicated. A guild leader in WoW has played Tauren Shaman since healer since beta. Oh, they've probably changed so much though. If you like Studio Ghibli films, the anime aspect of Final Fantasy XIV won't bother you. In my opinion, anyway. It's not perfect, but I was never really bothered by the anime. Or the quote-unquote anime aspect of it. Yeah. I didn't really put two and two together that's why it reminded me so much of Zelda. It's because Ghibli and Zelda both drew extremely heavily on or Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy and Ghibli both drew very heavily on Ghibli, and that's why 14 reminded me more of that than anything else. Also, if you've played the older Final Fantasy games, any of them, you should probably enjoy the references quite a bit. It is very reference heavy, sometimes to its own detriment, which is a whole discussion in itself, but it is enjoyable regardless. So I'm being sparing with these big mushrooms because they're bigger, and I will be putting way more of the small ones. I would say, at the very least, do Rogue 1 through 30. See how you feel about it. About the story. The gameplay is a little bland for Rogue. Early Rogue, anyway. Although it picks up at around Ninja level 35 and 40. And you'll probably either love that or hate that. There we go. Okay. Where's the mouse? I have weird hang-ups with anime. The most anime thing about the game that's kind of annoying is all the main characters having white hair. At least up until a point. They stopped doing that after a while, but they stop introducing new characters with white hair after a while, but that does persist for longer than it should, in my opinion, and apparently that's just an anime thing. Oh, sorry, I completely missed that. And tax is restricted to Banga. The Banga are actually in 14, but, I don't know how I missed that, sorry. But they only appear in, like, one quest line, which makes me a little sad. Because I feel like now that they're technically in the world, they should play a bigger role. I don't know. Who are the pig people in 12? I kind of wish they got a bigger role as well. Since they're technically in the world, but it does kind of feel like the Dalmasca stuff existed for like one raid series and then just kind of stopped. But I think it deserved more than that. I don't know. I would have liked to see more of the Dalmascan races. Also, if you make a character and you don't know what to name them, you can just hit the random name generator, and unlike some games where they just give you actual nonsense, all of the random names generated are like lore accurate. Whereas, like, in WoW, I would never try to make a lore-accurate random name generated name. But if you just hit the, I think, dice icon, it's pretty much guaranteed to be something that is, like, lore-accurate and that you might even see, like, an NPC with the name of. That's how I'd get hooked, wanting stuff from the fringes of lore. These mushrooms keep coming out at the same angle rather than random. It's annoying. First or last to see purgation. No. There we go. Oh my gosh, how many objects am I up to now? 5,616. Okay. Alright. My name, Rez, is from my second main from WoW. As a tank, I die over and over again and always Rez me. That sort of became me, Rez. Oh. Oh. I think that's another thing I like about 14's system. Is that it's more forgiving. There's no like instant res or versus there's no combat res versus out combat res. They're all the same thing. And getting res basically it gives you like brief resurrection sickness for like a minute. But it can be used mid-fight at any point, so there's no hard cap on how many times you can get rezzed during a fight, but there is like the soft cap of what your healers can deal with, mana-wise and whatnot. Unless you bring like a red mage, then there's like only the cap of like your red mage's mana. Which is not as bad as like a healer has to deal with, but it can still be a little frayed if you push them too hard. Alright. Let's save there. Oh, excuse me. All right. Get these mushrooms scattered around before the autosave comes. First and last to see. If you end up trying it, let me know what you think of the rogue quest line. Ninja is rogue. Basically, there's the starting classes, and then that's weird. And then they become another class at 30. Though in Heavensward, any class added after once you reach Heavensward, will start at 30 plus, so that mechanic doesn't really happen anymore. Like Conjurer becomes White Mage, Thaumaturge becomes Black Mage. Marauder becomes Warrior. Gladiator becomes Paladin. Archer becomes Bard. What is it? Rogue becomes Ninja. Which people have hang-ups on some of these. Like, most of these are accepted, but people do have hang-ups over ones like Rogue becoming Ninja. And, what is it? What was the one people don't like? Oh yeah, Archer becoming Bard. People tend to not like those. There we go. The non-existent musketeer would become machinist, which I kind of think is cute. That's my cute little fan theory. Alright, got the whole outside done. It's just these three up here. It has something to do with the string instruments. That's the whole thing. Bard 30 through 50 is a little dry as a story, but Bard 50 through 80 is very popular because it's a buddy cop story. Two guys that don't get along, that have to work together, and they're fun. Let's see, is it 55? I guess so. Oh, my math is wrong. There we go. Na, 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 na. His rise blades fall, his void calls. Alright, time to put down some grass. Sort of remind me of Stronghold Crusader. What's that? What is Stronghold Crusader? Oh, autosave. Little computer game about building castles, defending them, and sieging enemies. Oh, that's kind of fun. Wait, the map reminds you of it? Or discussing jobs in Final Fantasy XIV? Excuse me. Oh my goodness, almost 300 grass props. Ugh. I'm definitely going to be over 300 by the end of this. Absolute classic from the early 2000s. Huh. The map, huh? Excuse me. Oh, I guess another thing about Final Fantasy XIV is understanding that the combat kind of starts slow as well. But it does pick up quite a bit, especially in Stormblood. Though Stormblood is also criticized for its story and leveling, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's actually pretty good in terms of actual content. That's another thing. Also has banger medieval music. Nice. Like, what kind of... Oh, shoot. What kind of medieval music, though? I feel like there's a couple different niches, or, archetypes there. Alright. Let's rotate these around. It's a bit of a gap there, but look okay without it. Maybe, probably. Whatever. Let's rotate this. There we go. There. How you like that? I feel like I should post some of these trump games in the game for demonstration purposes. Links don't work in the chat. I haven't figured out why. As a warning. I think maybe it's just a default setting that like random people can't post links, and maybe that's, you know, for the best. I suppose it does stop a lot of bots, but banned. If you can find the exact name of the YouTube video having them, I can just enter them myself. That'll work. that. Oh, it's exciting, but I think I might actually finish all these tonight. After that... Huh. Wow, I think I might be done-ish? Well, there's the matter of figuring out what I want for these sands. And the nature settings, so... That'll be important. Sandal Maker is the name of one track. Old Spice is the name of another. I don't think I'm going to find an Old Spice easily. Even though it comes from predecessor Stronghold, I gotta suggest Castle Jam as well. Alright, well. Give me a minute here. Oh, my back. Yeah, I'll go ahead and save that. Stronghold Crusader soundtrack Sandal Maker. None of this is going to be copyrighted, right? The song was composed by Robert Uvin. No? I mean, it's not going to be copyrighted, right? I mean, what kind of, is it like clearly video game music, or is it more like, got singing and live music and everything, or what? It is video game music, okay. Alright. It's probably going to be okay. Oh, come on. Autosave! I haven't been copyright struck yet, except for one thing, so, and that was something I knew I'd get copyright struck for, so trying to avoid it where possible, especially on these long streams, since you basically have to throw out the whole thing. Twitch, at least, you can be like, oh, let me mute this one part. YouTube, it's like, no, the whole thing's lost. Is this set in like what is it? The Crusades, I guess. I guess it is called Stronghold Crusader. I'm not gonna rotate this one. That's good enough. Save. Take all these. -20. Time to plant some trees. Ah, come on. Use the random spray tool brush. See how this does. All right, here we go. I think at this point I should just manually twist it. There we go. That's one. Spray paint, or spray tool some more down. There we go. It's not what I was expecting, I will say that. It's almost more Arabic than medieval. Like something you might expect out of what is it? Assassin's Creed. Speaking of, Assassin's Creed music shouldn't be copyrighted, because I used it in one of my videos without an issue. Nice. Yeah, to be fair, medieval vibes fit Castle Jam more, but it felt appropriate for this map here. Oh. Yeah. That seems fair. Oh, come on. There we go. I'll edit that one manually later. Going round and around. Round and around. Okay. And put these here. Yeah. And this one needed to be manually placed. I think like this. There we go. Save. I was gonna do Castle Jam, but I can do it after next. Castle Jam. Home World OST. That's not gonna be copyrighted, I hope. Ooh, my neck itches, excuse me. It's kind of nice. Oh, my back. that. Okay. Ooh. Put this here. I'll put one in the corner, why not? Alright, now for the small ones. Ugh. Rotate that. Alright, there. Alright. I feel like I don't have enough. I'm just not sure where to put them. Here. Oh, gotta do this one next. Oh, it feels like it's never ending. Sometimes. I think a lot of my work in mapping is creating something that works and then repeating it numerous times. So it ends up being a little tedious, but like the aesthetics remain consistent throughout relatively well. So I think I'm pretty good at that. It's something I did especially in Calm, where like I basically kept messing with one little house or set of 3 houses over and over and over again until I got something that I was like, this is perfect, and then I just made the entire map that. Autosave. All right. Someone just sent me a stupid joke. First day as bartender. Her. Pina colada, please. Me. Okay. Her. Can you make it, virgin? Me. Try not to cry. Yes, I know how to make it. Me. Homeworld OST. Homeworld soundtrack full. Oh, crap. Let's, not kill ourselves here. Homeworld OST. Tyrannic. Okay, hang on. Tyrannic battle music. I don't see Tyrannic Raiders. Oh, hang on, that came up in searches right away. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well. Oh. I might see if I can find an Old Spice next without getting Terry Crews. Power. Crap, what I do? Put some in the corner. You know what? This, oh, what the hell? Okay, this side deserves to have one big flower as well. Wow, okay. It's the flowers. Just the mushrooms. Oh my god, I'm gonna go over 6,000 objects. You can see it down here, 5994, but I still gotta do all the little mushrooms. Plus, I do kind of want to scatter some of these bones around. I'm just not sure how. This actually reminds me of the Near music a little bit. The Alien song or whatever it is. When I think of RTS Space Worlds, games Homeworld's OST plays in my head non-stop. I know what you meant. I think this I could probably get 2 big mushrooms. All right. Let's save. Shits and giggles. It's definitely a quiet vibe, and I like it. It's alright. Let me finish my tea off quick. These mushrooms clip nicely. Well, the trees do, rather. So when the mushrooms go through them, they actually still look okay. Which is nice. Okay. Saving. Oh crap, I think I have to do the other 2 still. I was thinking of something, but I can't remember what. Oh, here we go. Put a mushroom up here as well. Oh, I did put big mushrooms out already. Cool. So I just have to do small ones. Ah, stop double posting. feel best video game OST? I mean, that's an extremely biased thing, right? And it's going to vary from like what each game was going for at the time as well, and like what the limitations of the time were. Like, I could tell you Final Fantasy XIV, but is that really fair to Nintendo 64? Did I not pick big mushrooms here? Frick, I don't think I did. What the frick? There we go. Alright, big mushroom time. Final Fantasy XIV is definitely very good. It's pretty hard to beat. There is, Silent Hill 3, Homeworld 1, and Pathological. My others would probably be Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Honestly, anything with Grant Cope is good by default, pretty much. Anything with Grant Kirkhope is like automatically great. Autosave is my bane. The times get longer still till we get a mushroom fill. Still we won't be afraid to forge ahead. Alright. There we go. There is a lot to choose from. Wow. I'm done with the platforms. I'm done with the landing zones. And I'm done with the desert, which means I need to figure out the markers. Means I need to go find the fence markers. There we go. Go ahead and delete all of these and then place them one by one again. That's something on my mouse. Huh. Well, that looks wacky. Interesting. Huh. Alright, there we go. should take care of those. Now, defending markers, that's right. Halo games are bangers. Halo 2, though. The game they are made for, the Stronghold OSTs are goated. The Sandal one was nice. This marker. Here we go. Oh gosh. I have to do this. Here we go. Just to see them. I didn't put anything on these. Gross. Ugh. Go ahead and save that. Or copy paste that. There. There we go. How many do I have? 7? Let's put one in the base itself. Put one there. And one last one here. There. That's 10 defense markers. Now let's double check the passability. So I know this is wrong. Or rather it's missing its spots. I'm going to just cut that off. We don't need the... There's no reason to be able to access back here. Do the same here as well. Even though there's nothing visibly cutting it off, I don't see a reason for the player to need to get back here. It would just complicate the units. Run this along here. Big fat tacos, so big fat tacos, so big fat tacos, so big. This can be infantry only. There's no reason to use it, but it doesn't need to be passable for normal stuff. There we go. EW is cheating because you got to FOC. It was really just stars music from the films. That's actually not true. I don't think. I think there actually are a couple themes, a couple small themes from the base game that actually are unique to EAW. Just a couple. Pretty sure. Though it is overwhelmingly Star Wars music. That is true. Actually, you know what? I'll just make this infantry only because no one will actually use it anyway. If I knew what those pieces were, sure. It's been a long time since I actually looked at the soundtrack, but I think there is one that is in the actual base game. I'm pretty sure they're not, or at least, not all of the FOC themes would be unique to the Zon Consortium, but used for other factions as well. A little line to subtly can discourage going through that way. Big fat tacos, a big fat tacos, a big fat tacos, a big. Oh, right. These guys. Let's see. Just scatter a few around here and there. Witness. I haven't listened to music on the mod in years. I listened to his Neko Art AI covers. What's the Metal Gear Size Revengeance? Rising Revengeance. Autosave, you are. There's also, and it's a whole thing. Go. Now I will use this to like subtly suggest, oh, you can't go this way. Oh crap. Lower this. I will point out that a Final Fantasy XIV character made a public poll for Japanese players or Japanese audiences, asking them who the best Final Fantasy characters were. A Final Fantasy XIV character beat out all of the Final Fantasy VII cast. So there's that. Witness Ultima, witness Ultima. Here we go. Look at this. Clever way to just cut off a little section like that. Wrong? I don't know. Emmett Silk did win. 7's overrated anyway. Lower this. Move these mushrooms out. These other caps out. Sure, 7's overrated. Seething with rage. That's weird. Why is this one? Did I put these wrong? Oh my gosh, did I? I might have. Wait, don't move them like that. Oh wait, no, it's okay. Because that's right. Oh, fucking. Oh. Oh, right. I wanted to block these off with more ribs. The small ones, though. Wrong ones. Okay. Where are the small heads? Here we go. Let's create skeleton ribs. Oh, there's a tail one, too. I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, it has a collision of its own. I don't know if it would have that in TR as well, so I'll just go ahead and paint over it as well, just in case. There. Nice little blockage. And I'll go ahead and put a different kind over here as well. The tail. Oh, wait. There we go. There. And put something over here. There we go. Rotate this and shrink that. There we go. Actually, raise this up a bit. There. Oh wait, this is supposed to be... -2. Because it's going to be like half under the thing anyway. Oh, come on, hold still. There we go. There we go. All right. Save. Oh my goodness. Oh, that looks so weird, but I like it. Oh. Question is, am I okay with black instead? I don't know what I want, honestly. Go to water. Huh. Ah, sand. Should I keep the sand? I don't know. Also, Destiny music can be very, very good. Right. There's one thing I need to do, because this wasn't working anyway. Secondary structures, where are you? Secondary structures, where are you? The secondary structures must be placed carefully. Actually, come on, autosave. Set these to neutral. Get rid of that. All right. Okay. Let's just let me save redundantly, but I'm glad to have that done, taken care of anyway. Playing some of FOTR's story GCs right now. Are they fun? I hope so. Getting my booty blasted by the Republic right now. This shouldn't be here. They are pretty fun. That's good. Having a blast, keep Grievous from losing malevolence. Should I have the defenders start with a free free mining facility? Is that excessive? I'm happy we were getting the droid bombers from Jedi Starfighter. Yeah. Was that Philo's work? That might have been Philo. I can't remember. It might have been, though. Think. What else? Build pads. Of course, I need build pads. You know what? I think this is probably too powerful for over here, so I'm going to put it down here. There we go. On wings of hope, our zodiac higher, higher. I'm starting to think maybe this should be two different maps after all. One that's like this, and one that's more like this, maybe. But, I think for now, I should lean into the swamp. And I'll do the desert after. Any bunkers? Yes, of course. This part of floods every so often. Huh. I could do that with nature settings, but I wouldn't be able to affect the water. Which would be pretty radical if I could. Have, like, it just randomly change between the two types, but... So for this, it will be swampy. And I do believe that means a different nature sky. It would be kind of cool if I could switch between the two, but I don't think that's really viable. And when I look about it, I kind of want something that's not... Storm. There we go. Rain. Random. Oh, will this cause lag if it rains here, though? Flood, swamp terrain, save for a few foundations for landings and pads in the base. Yeah. Kind of something like that. Oh, I like this. I think. try something really low. Oh, that's hard to look at, but now I just need to try to match. Okay, I'm hurting myself like this. Let's try. Okay, there we go. I won't keep it like this, but this is good to like sort of get a measure for. Your eyes! Let's go with this. And 6,000. 6,300. Save. I need to add this to custom colors and add to sky, just in case. Actually, no, I should make sky its own thing. Actually, you know what? Smarter still. Just open something that used the exact same sky. Duh. Look how broken this is. Wait, what the hell? Oh, this is the other Eulalia. The wrong Eulalia. Back. Green desert here. There we go. And nature settings. I don't know if it needs the rings. I'll save the rings for the desert, I think. We're so back, Green Desert Bros. Maybe I'll name it like something like mushroom something. Looks pretty well developed city in the background. Yeah. Could probably pass as a temperate map, which is kind of nice. Swamp feels more, I don't know, homey. Yeah, I like how way this looks. Let's save. Then we'll open it in the TR editor. But let me go to the bathroom and stuff quick. Stretch and whatnot. I think I've been standing for like 2 hours. Sleep eludes me. Oh, you're back. Just in time for the map to not quite be done, but for me to be taking a very quick break and then setting up. Sleep eludes you. How object? You click on an object from list and hold shift. I need to open the TR editor, but I will be right back. Oh, hello. I'm back. Let's go ahead and set this up with this one. Here we go. See how it looks in the TR editor. One second. I think the last dog's at the door. Oh, okay. So, Lord Noob Skills, you just click on an object from the list once you have the editor open, like... Man, just go. Dog's being obnoxious. Props, generic, desktop flat, and you hold shift. You just hold shift, then you click left click to place it. Then you click and drag it with the left mouse or left clicker again. The delete key. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Now let's see. What was I gonna do? I wanted delete. Click and delete. Yeah. Easy peasy. Mostly. Kind of. I want to find a water type that is very noticeable. Like this. This is probably perfect. Yes, I think I'll go with this. But what color do I want? Go ahead and add this to custom colors and then try something a little darker. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like this lighter green. You know, I would call it swamp, but I think it's actually maybe closer to temperate. Try something crazy. Just to mix things up. Texture's going a different direction. Oh, there they are. Huh. So what does the Camino map count as for curiosity? I believe it's urban. I'm pretty sure it's urban. Because they never made a water or oceanic map archetype, sadly, going into FOC. Right. This is rather nice. So Grab these. Hit -2 on them, I think. Sounds about right. Turbo laser towers. Oh, they're all -3? That's perfect. What is this? -2. Ooh. Alright. Ow, my leg is suddenly dead. That's not fun. Let's save. Ugh, my leg is killing me. Whew. I'm gonna go grab build pads and bunkers from another map because I never remember where they're contained. Try Balmora, just because it's at the top here. Try to find some that are very close together. Here we go. Perfect. No, don't save. Not at all. And we're going to paste them right in the middle of here. Click off and... Oh, my leg feels dead. It's killing me. Actually, we should start by placing these. Right here in the middle is a good place. Go ahead and make some space for it. Yeah. Right here is good too. All right, and one, two, three. One. Over here wouldn't do much good, but I think right around here. I do want it to be kind of close to the turbo laser though. But I also want it close to here. You know, I was thinking of moving this turbo laser back anyway. This is nice. How many is this? 4. Not counting the 5th one that was just the start. Alright, so let's take all these and sink them into the water. -2. And set them to neutral. And we're going to save there. We'll do the build pads next. Ugh. You know, we'll actually rotate this just a little bit too. Now, most necessary places for build pads are right here. Let's see this corner, I suppose. And this corner. Because you definitely want to give the option to protect the, That's not right. You know what, actually, them outside the thing. There's no reason to put them onto it. Put one here and one here. Just move these over. Autosave, thank you for joining us. I guess I can line them up if I want. Save there quick. Oh, okay, just in time. And I'm back. There we go. So we got 2 to protect this, and that's pretty good. There's a ton of reason to go back here, but there is the turbo laser tower. I wonder if the rain would mess with or cause enough lag to be disruptive on this map. I'm not sure. Put one here. I'm gonna put one next to the bunker as well. Take it like that. All right. And definitely put one here. So that if the defender doesn't want to use this, they can build an anti-infantry turret and protect themselves here. And put one here. You know what, just to maybe hopefully reduce the lag. I'll put this like that. This is a little weird to look at, but actually it's kind of hard to look at. I'm just trying to find ways to reduce the lag when I put these things down. For some reason it's mostly build paths that cause the lag out like that. Oh, you know what? Build pad here would definitely be good. How does that work? Oh, 2080. Whatever. I bet it's this. Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's see. Put something here. Like that. one here as well. Oh, we want one to accompany this, of course. We'll put one here as well. So put these here. We can delete this one now. I'd say one on this corner would not be amiss. Total. I think I want to get up to at least 20, 21. Try to get to 21 build pads total. I think it's alright for this to be a little bit light, but need something in the base or around the base for sure. Second one here would not be out of place, I think. Perhaps it would be used as healing, and this could be anti-infantry. That would make sense. Let's put some in the middle. I'll spread them out a bit, actually. There we go. And we'll make this 135. Just have a point in all four directions. 45. Minus 40. Minus 45. Minus, actually it's 225. There we go. And these apparently are wrong. This is 1600 and this is should be, oh no, that's right. It should be 38. And there we go. That works a little bit better. Now, how many do I have? 21. See if I can put just one more. Areas look kind of blank. This area does. Yeah, let's have it face this way a bit. I think having one here would be good as well. And you know what? One back here. It's not the biggest thing, but it wouldn't hurt either. Alright, let's set these to 1. Let's set them all to neutral. Not hostile, neutral. There we go. And I'm going to take the AI data and reset it and then generate it. And I'm going to save there. And trying to find what does crashed it lol. Trying to find that gray concrete looking guard tower thing. I believe that's actually a story object. A story prop. It'll be under story if you're using the base game editor. But it'll exist in several other forms for custom props. And I think this is actually... Oh, wait. Huh. Should probably remove environment too. Here we go. I believe this might be it. This could be the finished version of the map. It'll need some testing, but oh my gosh, I missed one. Trees. There we go. I missed this too. Alright, and put this upward on here. Slide that around so it's not uniform. And we'll grab some small flowers. Oh. Did you find the guard tower under the story ones? I'm pretty sure it's under story. Ouch. Oh, my back is starting to hurt. I should probably stop soon. Crash the editor. That shouldn't be happening. Are you using the base game editor or TR? The only things that will crash the base game editor are various particles in the base game. And, well, under any editor if you mess with the textures too long. It can get finicky about that. Placing objects doesn't necessarily cause crashes usually. If something doesn't have a preview that exists, it's not what you're looking for. Yeah, it's going to say it's going to matter where you placed it more than what it says. Because it's the same program, it's just the difference is what it's drawing upon. Which comes down to where it has been placed and what props and whatnot it's drawing upon. I mean, if you follow the instructions, that should be good. What's the name of, what category is it and what's the name of the prop? The exact name of it. Let me take all of these, set their faction to hostile, and hide them. View faction hostile. Make sure there's nothing. Oh, there is something. Let's get rid of that. And that. Alright. We'll do view hostile again. And set these to neutral. Perfect. Okay. Now I should probably cut this off actually. There we go. Okay. AI data, reset, generate, and save. I mean, if it's not throwing errors on launch, that's probably a good thing. What category is it in? Give me a second here. Is this what you're looking for? Prop guard tower under generic. It's prop guard tower under generic. It's kept somewhere else in the base game version of the editor, but it's here for that. All right. Well, I think it may be time to stop for the day. Been going for about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Not consecutively, but for most of that time, obviously. I must have the base game editor then? Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, you can also, like, if you open... Do you even see a core saga props? Actually, would that even be a thing for you? I don't know. There's also generic. If you don't see like half of these things, you're not in the TR editor. That one will be there. I don't know about that one. None of these CIS door things will be. Well, I won't be going to sleep. I'll just be getting off and eating, relaxing, maybe going for a walk. I mean, it's just a matter of where you place it. I wish I could remember. I don't recall exactly. Oh, this needs a... Water distortion. Refraction distortion, 0. This isn't doing anything. Oh, that's what I wanted, 0. Okay. That can be pretty high. There we go. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Wouldn't worry about it too much. I do need to figure out how the shadows I want done. Not that. Ugh, okay. Well. Alright, here we go. Go get some long shadows going on. Will this break it? I don't know. AI data reset. Go and just put something over this skull for good measure. Alright, and generate, save, and wow, that was a long stream for today, but I think we're going to stop there. This map is effectively done, which means it just needs testing before I continue with anything. Thank you all for watching, whether it's for a lot or a little. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to have to get it tested before I do anything else. Anyway, you all have a good day or a good night. I'm going to love you and leave you. If you get stuck, you can ask me later, Lord Noob Skills. I'll see you later, Thomas. And Dragon, if you're still around. Good night.